Dead ass.
Guys, Scottie Pippen. Some may call him the most disrespected Hall of Famer of all time. Some people may just say Future's fucking his bitch. But what we do know is he don't fuck with Michael Jordan and he don't fuck with Phil Jackson
And Katie.
and KD. It all started with Scottie Pippen doing I think he went on the Dan Patrick show.
Dan Patrick show.
And he had a few. No, he did a GQ interview. He did an interview with some publication. Forgive me for forgetting the publication at first, where he had some pointed opinions towards Kevin Durant. Those opinions ranged anywhere from KD lost the Nets this series by trying to do too much, which we all know is nonsense if you watch the series, and from all the way to LeBron would have found out a way to win this series, which I also don't think is true. We all know Kevin Durant is the sharpest Twitter user in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So he went out there and just asked a question. This was a little question. Didn't Scottie not want to play in the game because his coach ran to play for a better shooter? Which he's talking about the infamous Tony Kukoc game-winning three in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Where Scottie refused to come back into the game because Phil Jackson drew up the play for Tony Kukoc and not Scottie Pippen. Scottie felt he was being disrespected after years of being the number two. Phil wouldn't give him a chance to be the number one. Ooh. Take from that what you want. Scottie Pippen, my bad. Let me just put the whole shit out there. Scottie then went to the Dan Patrick show, and those KD points might have really bothered him. Because he went as far to say that decision to give Tony Kukoc the ball was not just wrong, but was racially motivated. Phil wanted the white man to hit the shot. You know, Phil Jackson, the guy who won 6 championships with Michael Jordan, arguably the darkest skinned superstar in NBA history. And then Kobe and Shaq. Shaq, literally the biggest, blackest man to probably walk the face of the earth. That's all I'm saying. Scottie said it was a racial thing. And then he said, Mike only passed Steve Kerr the ball for the cameras. He wanted to look good for the cameras. You know, Michael Jordan, the guy who is known to be the most competitive person in history and wants to win under any circumstances, passed the ball to win a game for the cameras.
He also passed it to BJ Armstrong before, but I digress.
Whatever, man. But I'm not really here to knock Scottie. I got like a different kind of angle I want to take on this. I get it. I get why Scottie is so angry. I do. The dude became a running joke for like almost like the whole second half of his career. Like he retired and people just treat him like he's the guy who played there. Yeah, the guy who played with Mike. Like you don't even give him his own legacy or anything like that. I know it's hard to get out of Mike's shadow. Like if you it's like being in a band with Michael Jackson. I didn't know your name was Randy. I was looking at Michael, bro. You know, like it's hard to shine next to the sun. Like it is. And I think Scottie has dealt with that in really rough ways. I don't think that
30 years.
Yeah, I think it has been weighing heavily on him his whole career. Just like his perception, how people view him, how people speak about him.
The insecurities are starting to show.
Yeah. And
then the Last Chance doc also highlighted.
There you go, the Last Chance doc.
I want to touch on that. I feel like that was the worst thing that happened to Scottie recently. Recently, like we know about the future jokes, we know about everything.
Beasley.
Yeah, we know about that. Like that's personal shit. But I feel like in attacking his professional career,
it was more
painted
about
him.
Yeah,
poorly.
Exactly. Like the depiction, the way they depicted him, they made him seem sensitive. They made him seem insecure, which kind of insecure, you know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, that had to be straight from Jordan's perspective.
Exactly. That's why all of this has come up. That's why he wrote the book so soon after the movie. It's like, bro, you had final say on the movie.
Yeah.
None of that gets put in there unless you want that in there. That's the narrative that you wanted to be created.
Think about it. Steve Kerr got a better backstory than Scottie Pippen.
That he did. They made Scottie out to be jealous and insecure that entire series. They show him in a positive light maybe twice.
The only person that got it worse than Scottie was Jerry Krause. And R.I.P. Jerry Krause.
Shit. Maybe Horace Grant too. I ain't gonna lie. Mike wasn't very kind to his ex-teammates in that shit.
And the fact he told his version of it, he told his truth.
Everybody was a footnote.
Yeah.
Everyone's a footnote in the story of Michael Jordan. And Scottie is the
footnote.
Yes, one of the biggest footnotes out there. It's like this dude is a Hall of Fame NBA player. And we treat him like he's just this afterthought that played in Chicago the same time Michael Jordan played there. And his KD shit don't really bother me. Y'all know I'm a KD supporter, but it's
KD got his post notifications on for anybody who just slammed.
First and foremost, we know KD searches his name every morning on Twitter. He goes on Twitter every day, types in Kevin Durant, and sees what's said about him. I respect it, but
you got Tom.
Scottie's also selling a book. Nothing that he said there was criminal. But you know what I mean?
The other thing that you forgot to mention is when he said LeBron is the only one to win without help.
That was dumb. That's dumb.
And then even Stephen A, the biggest mouthpiece on ESPN, came back at him like, "What are you talking about?"
Kyrie.
And Scottie then goes on to say, "Sorry, I was talking about 2015. Scottie, they did not win in 2015."
Exactly. Exactly. But I think what Scottie was doing to KD is kind of what always happened to him with Mike. I can't prove this. I feel like KD takes personal comparisons of him and LeBron, because he clearly looks at LeBron as the marker of like, this is how you know you've got there when you get to here. So KD takes, when his name and LeBron is in the same sentence together, I feel like he takes that a little harder than. I think he does get offended when he's like mentioned with Giannis and these niggas and like other people. Like he's like, these niggas not it, So I think Scottie knew mentioning LeBron would poke KD, and he kind of just was saying whatever at that point. Because like it's just like, when you want to hurt somebody's feelings, you go for the jugular. It's like, what bothers him the most? I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. So I don't take the KD shit seriously. I just think he was trying to sell a book and trying to hurt feelings. Because his feelings are hurt. The nigga been hurt for years straight now.
So are you genuinely concerned for his mental well-being? Because this is kind of out of the blue. And he's been going through some shit that's been public.
Yeah, his public shit is really bad.
Yeah, his public personal life has been out there since 2015. Future fucking ruined it. And ever since then, it went downhill.
Scottie Pippen wake up every morning in a cold sweat, seeing pictures of Future and Malik Beasley in his head. He just jump up.
That nigga will never buy Gucci flip-flops again.
Just with mad sweat running down his nose, looking like a pool. It's coming down. You know what I'm saying? Scottie he had a rough few years, bro. His kids in college, all his friends listen to Future. You know what I'm saying?
I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. That's somebody's mother. That is his mother.
Somebody played that song while Scottie Pippen Jr. was walking into the stadium. He did. I would have done it. You know what I'm saying?
He's about to be in the league. If he makes the league, hopefully he does. He's going to be playing with Malik Beasley, who's young in the league as well. Yeah. They're going to have significant time.
Exactly.
If both their careers pan out.
Exactly. Well, Malik Beasley, rightfully so, went back to his family. He made a whole Instagram post a week ago talking about how I miss my family. I'm sorry for everything I did to embarrass y'all on here. He did it. He went through it. He went crazy for a little while, and he realized that shit, child support's expensive, and now he won't go back home. So shout out to Malik Beasley for getting his family back, man. But yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for Scottie more than I feel anything else. You know what I'm saying? I do. I feel like this is a guy who got the shit end of the stick for a long time.
I feel like we're laughing now, but this is actually a cry for help.
Oh yeah,
I know it's a pretty serious topic. It's a very serious topic here now, but
it's funny you say
check
that.
on him.
It's funny you say that because I feel the same way about Future music. It's fun now, but it's just a cry for help. It's all fun now, but that nigga has been crying out in pain for 10 years now.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Any say on this, Josh?
I just think it just gets worse when you start to say
stupid shit.
Ridiculous and stupid takes, like he said, the KD shit. Like I said, is whatever. You go and have people like that, but the LeBron winning by himself, you just doing to Kyrie and Kevin Love what people are doing to you with Mike.
Yep, exactly.
So it's bro,
but that's human nature of the abuser. The abusee becomes the abuser.
So it's
ooh, nigga ain't getting niggas mentals right now.
You don't even realize that you're doing the same thing that people are doing to people who play with LeBron. And this is why it goes back to what KD said. It's a toxic environment when you play with LeBron.